Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for August 22nd through the 28th. This is going to be for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this video in a few weeks, a few months. You might not see it right as I'm posting it, and that's okay. You're going to see it whenever it's time for you to hear the messages. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does and leave what doesn't. Let's get right on into it, my darlings, and see what's coming up for you guys. So without further ado, move you up a little bit closer. And the first card coming up for the Sagittarius collective is the Hierophant. This is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards come up anytime that the things that we're going through, the things that we're dealing with, are directly connected to things we came here to learn, to master, to experience. So it's a defining time in our life. And there's significant things that are happening. So even though I'm setting the intention for a 7-day period of time, this is going to be around for a while. Okay, this is like a new phase, a new chapter. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus because the Hierophant is representative of Taurus energy. If you have Taurus placements, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. The Hierophant is also a card about commitment. It does sometimes get typecast as a marriage card because a lot of people watch tarot for love and romance, and so people see Hierophant and they say marriage, relationship commitment. And that can be the case for some of you. You may absolutely positively be manifesting that or headed in that direction. But if you're new to my channel, in the weekly forecast, I try to look at the other ways that the cards apply outside of love. And then the monthly love forecasts, I link in the description. So August and September love readings are linked in the description if you want to check that out. Some of you might be manifesting commitment in love life. That's definitely a possibility. But the Hierophant can also be a reminder that you're going to have to make some big decisions here coming up. Sagittarius, you guys have been through the ringer. And this past year has been an immense one for you all in terms of rising out of those ashes and like a phoenix bird, right? You guys are really going through this phoenix rising phase right now. And so there may be some big decisions ahead, and the Hierophant is saying, make those decisions based on your beliefs, your principles, your values. If you are, if you're making your faith-based decisions instead of fear-based decisions, these are the things that are going to work out for you. These are the things that are going to give you long-term stability and security and get you around people that you can establish long-lasting connections with. Long-lasting friendships, partnerships, collaborations, relationships, romances, marriages, right? Because we're aligning with our beliefs, and that's aligning us with people who are aligned with our beliefs. And the relationships that are successful are the relationships that are built on a solid foundation. And our foundation is going to be our priorities, our principles, our beliefs, our ethics, our morals, okay? So a lot of you are coming into a time of aligning with who you are, what you believe, your values, your traditions, your ethics, your morals, and this is calling in stability and security into your life. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Wheel. Ooh, now we have major arcana cards coming in back to back. For me, in my readings, when major arcana cards come in back to back, it tells me that this is a time of big change. Big changes happening very quickly in a short period of time. The Wheel is a card about getting unstuck, getting going, getting moving, okay? So sometimes it's a card that comes up to give us a green light or give us permission because we might be on the fence about whether or not it's time to leave a situation or a circumstance or a partnership or relationship or a job or whatever it might be. And the Wheel is like, look, you've done everything you could possibly do, in that situation. You've learned what you were meant to learn. You've paid whatever debt you were meant to pay. And now you're free to go. Sometimes I see the wheel come up to say, you're free to go now. The wheel also reminds us of cycles. Okay? Sometimes this card comes up for people who are really struggling with self-employment. Maybe some of you took a stand for your beliefs, and it might have affected you in your work. Maybe you lost your job for your beliefs, and you're thinking, well, I just want to work for myself, and I just want to do my own thing and be my own boss. That way nobody's ever going to tell me what I can and can't do, and I won't have to worry about getting fired. But would I ever make enough money? Or how can I ever make enough money to make the side hustle the main thing, and leave the 9 to 5? And the wheel reminds us everything is cycles. There's going to be busy times, and there's going to be slow times. There's going to be times you're making money hand over fist, and there's going to be times it's tumbleweeds and crickets, right? And over time, the longer you are in business, if you stay consistent and keep working your business, it'll balance out. It might not be so extreme, but there's still going to be times when it's busy and times when it's slow. If you are wise with the money that's coming in during the busy time, then when the slow time comes, you need the slow time because you need to rest. You need to relax. You need to chill out. You can't just be go, go, go 365 days a year. You're not going to be stressed about it. You're like, oh gosh, wow, nice, a break. Things are slow. Let me block off my calendar this week. Maybe I'll go away for a couple of days. Maybe I'll schedule a massage. Maybe I'll do some retail therapy, right? You won't be worried about the slow times because you've been wise with what's coming during the busy times, and you have that cushion, right? You have that cushion where you can say, okay, I have my little cushion. I have my little stash over here. I'm not going to clear it out. I'm not going to empty it out, but I'll take a little bit for myself, and I'll do something to treat myself or pamper myself, or I'll just relax. I'm not going to be too worried about bills or stuff. Things will pick up again. I have money put away from when it was busy. So sometimes it's not about working harder, getting more clients, getting more business, making more money. Sometimes it's more about how we're managing what comes in. Okay, so sometimes the wheel can come in to remind us of cycles. And I know a lot of people are focused on self-employment right now, and that's the way I see the wheel come up when people are asking me about businesses or running a business or starting a business. The next card that's coming up here for you all, is the Four of Wands. Sagittarius, some of you may be getting married. It may be happening here. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the Four of Wands. These are oftentimes cards that are typecast as marriage cards. And so that can be the case for some of you. Four of Wands could also be an invitation to an event. And sometimes it comes up because we're like, I don't know if I want to go. And this card comes up to say, look, it's going to be a good thing for you to go, right? You'll have more fun than you thought you would. You might meet some people that are going to be significant for you. This might be the thing that you need for a change of pace, to get unstuck, to get out of the rut, to meet new people, to have a different experience. So some of you may be on the fence about accepting an invitation, and this is telling you that this would be a good thing for you. It would be a good thing for you to attend for those of you with some kind of an event coming up. Four of Wands can also be a homecoming or returning or going home, like back to where you grew up, or back to like where you spent your childhood, especially with this Hierophant here, right? Traditions, beliefs, values. So some of you may be deciding to take a trip or go back home, or spend time with family, or just kind of simplify things and look at your foundation, your relationships, your connections with others, building a sense of community. For some of you, you may be longing for that. Community, friendship, values, circle of friends who are like family. This might be something that some of you are establishing. Four of Wands is just, to me, a sense of home, like feeling at home, creating a sense of home, being at home. So some of you may be figuring out where you're putting your roots down. And a lot of that might be, again, aligned with your beliefs, the things that are priority in your life, the belief systems that you have. The next card that's coming up here for Sagittarius is the Star, another major arcana card. So big changes in a short period of time. It could even feel a little roller coastery here, a little bit intense emotionally as you're embracing vulnerability and accepting change. Star card could be Aquarius. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. If you have an Aquarius placement, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. I love the fact that the star came up for you guys, Sagittarius, because as I said, you guys have been going through it, and this year has been intense. And if you know anything about the order of the major arcana, we have the Devil, which is when we get stuck, we get trapped, we're in our ego, we're in our fear, we're scared to make changes. We just feel very powerless in life. We feel very stuck. The next card is the Tower, and the Tower is the cosmic prison break. Our angels and guides come in and they bust us out of that bondage. They free us. Even though it's a good thing and it's coming in to free us, it can feel very scary, right? Sometimes we didn't see it coming, or it's just very chaotic. But the card that follows the Tower is the Star. A lot of you have been going through that Tower. A lot of you have been dealing with that Tower. And the card that follows the Tower is the Star. And the Star comes in to say, look, the worst of it is behind you. The worst of it is over now, and you can begin to expect for things to get better and for your plans to actually stick and take root and grow, right? And so it's this time of like long-term success, being able to plan our future successfully, being in very healed energy, income coming in from more than one stream or more than one avenue, being seen, being celebrated, being appreciated. Very inspired energy with the Star card as well. So the Star card basically comes in to say things are getting better now. The worst of it is over. Now things are getting better. You can expect for things to get better, and you can have better experiences, and things won't feel so much like everything is against you, because like I said, the Star card says you can expect for things to get better, and this is a time that you can actually make plans that are going to stick, right? Because of your foundation. You're finally aligning with your principles, your beliefs, your morals. Let's see, anything else here about the Star card. I also feel some of you, as you're in this stage of healing, you're going to have increased intuition. You're going to find that a big part of your healing is opening up your intuition and your inner knowing, and your spiritual gifts and abilities. I feel like some of you are deciding that in this lifetime, you don't want to make a career or a business out of your spiritual gifts and abilities. Some of you will, right? And both ways are fine, right? If you are making a spiritual business out of your spiritual gifts and abilities, that is totally fine. That is totally acceptable. If you say, you know what, I don't want to do it in this lifetime, I just kind of want to keep it to myself and people don't need to know about it, that's okay too. You make your decision and what you want to do. But you may be deciding to put your spiritual gifts and abilities in healing in use in other ways, where it's not so like out in the open, or it's not so like mainstream, right? You may be helping people on the down low or in your own way, in your own time. And you may be very selective who you want to share that kind of energy with. But I do feel here there's an increased sense of intuition and opening up of spiritual gifts and abilities. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. If you want to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. Love readings for August and September are also linked in the description. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead, and I hope that I can see you all in the comments for the card of the day messages as well on the channel. Every day I do a daily message. If not, hopefully you all will come back and check out next week's forecast. Take care and be well, my darlings.